The book of Proverbs has much to say about the topic of wealth, and we won't address everything that Proverbs says here, but we'll look at a few things from there. Some of it has been said already. It contains many warnings about the misuse of wealth and placing false dependence on wealth, but it also emphasizes the importance of hard work and the benefits of prosperity. Now, we have to be careful with the interpretation of Proverbs. Before we look at particular texts in Proverbs, it's helpful to talk briefly about the nature of Proverbs. Proverbs are not necessarily always true all of the time. Rather, Proverbs are observations based on particular situations at particular times. If we fail to understand this, we can run into all kinds of interpretive problems. For example, we read in Proverbs 26:4, "Do not answer fools according to their folly, or you will be a fool yourself." Immediately following, this is Proverbs 26:5. We read, "Answer fools according to their folly, or they will be wise in their own eyes." Which is it? Should we answer fools, or should we not answer fools? The wise person would know, and that's the nature of Proverbs. They are very particular situations at particular times. Now let's look at some of the themes that we see in the Proverbs. We see that laziness is a major theme, and laziness is condemned. Proverbs chapter 6, 9 through 11 states, "How long will you lie there, O lazy bones? When will you rise from your sleep? A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come upon you like a robber, and want like an armed warrior." Proverbs contains numerous verses along these themes. We will list just a few. Proverbs 10:4. "A slack hand causes poverty, but the hand of the diligent makes rich." Proverbs 13:11. "Wealth hastily gotten will dwindle, but those who gather little by little will increase it." Proverbs 14:23. "In all toil there is profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty." Again, this theme is repeated throughout the book of Proverbs. Proverbs warns about the danger of debt. Proverbs 22:7. "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." Another theme in Proverbs is that wealth cannot ultimately satisfy. As Proverbs 23:4 states, "Do not wear yourself out to get rich. Be wise enough to desist." Another theme we see is that though wealth is beneficial, it is inferior to moral virtues. Wealth is inferior to wisdom. Proverbs 8:10 through 11. "Take my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. Wealth is inferior to righteousness." Proverbs 10:2. "Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death." Wealth is also inferior to humility. Proverbs 16:19. "It is better to be of a lowly spirit among the poor than to divide the spoil with the proud." Wealth is also inferior to good relationships. Proverbs 15:17. "Better is a dinner of vegetables where love is than a fatted ox and hatred with it." Ultimately, we see then that the fear of the Lord is far better than wealth. Proverbs 15:16. "Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it." So Proverbs gives many examples of the proper use of money. It sees laziness as a vice, hard work as a virtue, but in this case as well, nothing can compare with fear of the Lord.